schedule starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season.
Menu narration option is set to off. Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
As the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Lawrence. ETN bringing it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes will get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Jags, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, it's Toney. He's got it. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Oyasade Aluakon made the tackle there from his safety position. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. Lawrence to Jones, 1st down, Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. What did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to save with his man there.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we move past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's got room.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14,
past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Buying time to his left. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.